Yeah, I am. Can you hear me?
There we go. Yes, yes. Thank you.
Oh,
There
wow.
we go.
I didn't even know that. Okay, so let me see, what should I do? Seems like there are is there an echo?
No, no, it's perfect.
Oh, this is great. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I can hear an echo, but yeah, but I mean if you yeah. Okay, great, great, great. So pretty much before I pretty much everything is all muted. Okay, no worries. Yeah, sometimes when doing live, yeah, if nobody mentioned me and I couldn't even see on the audience perspective. So thank
No
you for
worries.
yeah, because I have two computers. And also I have like one of it is recording, one of it is sharing, and I have two
Yes.
monitors. So I have three monitors, and I my
Okay.
phone, so I have like a million things. And sometimes people join, sometimes people are commenting. So it's pretty much a multitasking experience. So yeah, please forgive me.
No
I
worries. No,
kinda,
that's
cool.
perfect.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, so I just want to share with you like this one. This is called Hugging Face, and which is like the thing that I'm going to share with you today. Did you see my demo?
No, I
Okay,
didn't. I missed it because I couldn't hear you,
okay.
so I rejoined.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, but I'm really happy that you tell me. So this is what we are going to do today, which is download the Hugging Face source and then using AI recognition. So this is a normal video, but by using the power of YOLO V8 version 8, then you
Yeah.
will be able to, for example, imagine this is an AR glass, right? And you look at a zoo, and suddenly everything was like bounded and tell you what's that.
Wow. Hey, sure. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. So this is something that I think, because I believe that spatial AI, like XR, is not just only games. It also can help real world doing, bridge the gap. So I think
Definitely.
there
Yeah.
might be some usage for this. For example, like a security monitor, right? For example, if the video can just broadcast itself, and AI will recognize what's going on and report, instead of someone sit there all day and just looking at videos. So,
Yes.
or there will be some very good usage, such as, for example, you don't know the language learner, right? For example, you want to learn English or you want to learn other language, and you wear this glass, and you can learn the name, or you can learn the pronunciation just by looking
Mm.
at it, and you can see the spelling or something. Yeah, it can do a lot of different things if computer can just know what's going on its own without a human to recognize some basic stuff. So I
Yeah.
think this will be a good usage. And I understand that. What's your background?
So I studied industrial design.
Mm.
And I finished my honors in 2020, and then I freelanced for a year, and then I transitioned to UX UI design.
Oh.
Completely self-taught. Like I used the Interaction Design Foundation, and
Mm.
just did Figma tutorials, and so it's interesting. But like I feel like, and I'm teaching myself Cinema 4D at the moment.
Mm.
But I definitely miss the 3D element of things, and I feel like, I don't know, UX is shifting towards XR. So I want to kind of be there for the beginning, which is exciting. So
Yeah, I can tell you that I self-taught everything after graduate from Art Center. And when I was in Art Center, pretty much I was learning how to design a book, which I
well,
am working right now.
yeah.
It's interesting that I did package, I did like poster design, logo design, branding
Mm.
design. So whatever you see, even start with the UX, I was learning after graduate from my school. So I do think that in this world, we need to kind of learn, relearn. And since I personally think everything is free online, so you don't really need to, you know, I mean, I understand that courses, certification are very important for some people to, at least you have credential, but I would say that as long as you know how to do things, as long as you know where to find the answer, pretty much all the certification is doing the same thing. It's just systematic, give you the message. But if you know where to find it, and also filter out the information, you probably don't really even need to rely on all the certification and courses. You can just
No, it's not even for the certification, it's just for the knowledge. Like if it was free or I didn't get a certificate, that would be perfect. But I just look at the best resources in what I'm trying to learn.
I think later on we will have some kind of workshop and also like some, I would say, resource share. But for today, I want to share with you what I find this week. So the reason why I do Skillshare is because I wouldn't, it's like it's like a hackathon spirit, right? Every week I learn something and I immediately share. It's not necessarily I spend months, a lot of, you know, preparing a curriculum, it takes months. It's not like I have everything figured out and perfectly present to you, but I just share with you what I find, and I just share with you what source I use and how I hack it and create something. So yeah, so this is kind of I would say the entire spirit is that, and every week you can see me or you can see yourself if you keep following us. All the stuff you will learn along the way and make you become a better person or quick learner. I would say I'm learning how to learn.
Yes.
Yes.
Important.
So this is kind of like how I get in. So so if you have any questions, feel free to post on the comment. I saw Peter said that greeting from New York. Hi Peter. Now Neville from London, and Tabassum, from Sweden. Wow, we have a lot of people, and I know how to spell your name, Michelle?
Michal.
Michal. You are from South Africa, right?
South Africa.
Wow, that's great. Cool, awesome. So let's dive in. So if you see Hugging Face, so if you can get, later on I will post on the Patreon page. So this entire source allows you to import the entire thing. I think right now, a lot of people start diving into like a large language model and Unity integration, which is great because we can just import it and do some customization and we can directly use it. Before, if there's no, like, I would say this week, when I was working on it, I start with YOLOv8, and this, you need to use Python. And once you use Python PyTorch, you need to export into Onyx. And if you are using one image, it's fine. But if you use a video, there's a lot of layers need to adjust. So that's why I think this document is a savior for people later on. If you want to create some object, detect kind of glass or interesting usage, like a monitor or the mixed reality types of object detection, this document allows you to import directly or transfer directly from YOLOv8 to Sentis. And YOLOv8 is so far I would say probably the best kind of object detection kind of software or like plugin so far. And it's originally using Python PyTorch. And then this Hugging Face document allows you to getting kind of importing to your Unity, and you can ready to use. Okay, so let's dive in. What's YOLO? Ultralytics. YOLOv8 is a very, very, I would say, good object detection and image segment model. And this is built on Coco. If you don't know Coco, okay, Coco. Coco is kind of using a tool called 51, partner with 51. So 51 is a very interesting software. You can use it, you can use command line and also Python, PyTorch to import it, and you can import a lot of images. And I can tell you for AI, what's AI? I think implementation is not hard, but training the model is the hardest part for training for AI. So the way they train it is that they import hundreds of thousands of images inside this or other software, and then they start labeling. For example, like you need to use your human judgment, right? You start label, oh, this is street, and this is daytime. This is like a cars, right? So for AI, pretty much it creates like I would say magic box or different layers for the future data to insert, to getting input into that magic box. And then when they input, when output, it will start learning and recognize what's this. So this is like a training card. So somebody will go online or take tons of card images and start labeling what's this. And then later on, it will start creating an algorithm to create. So it's the original kind of ideas. So Coco has I would say you see 330K images and more than 200K labels. So, and it has 1.5 million object instance. So Coco is the large scale object detection, segmentation, and you can see it can recognize the context and use like a 330K thousand images to train that model. And also it has, you see like a different interesting kind of data set, and it has the collaborator. It's like you see all the big companies, they all contribute to it. And if you want to dive into what's Coco, Coco is common objects in context. So pretty much what they do is they import into like thousands, millions, like tons of images, and they start to kind of using box and start kind of highlighting each object, and then they label it. So that's how this model being trained. So you can see they have different types of object. For example, let me zoom in for you. Iconic object images, for example, if something is just very big and prominent here, and you can just see it. Or iconic scene images, which is the stuff. Yeah, another guess. All the object is resided in the scene. And the other one is called non-iconic images. So which means that the cow supposed not to walk on the street, but it's there. So it's like something is not usual inside the normal scene. So they train 3 different types of images and doing all the image collections. Okay, so you can see like how they do things and how they recognize. They use math to kind of train this model. And the Coco so far for last week's kind of object detection, we use Coco as well. So Coco so far is probably the one that is very stable. So if you want to see the backend, how to train a model, you can see person, right? It outlines what's a person dog. So this is kind of like a training machine. What is the object? Cow, right? Cow looks like this, and this is sitting, this is standing, and this is like a getting together. What's train looks like, what's car looks like. It has like a tons of data set. So you see like human will bend to different shape, all the stuff, all the possibility, probabilities that the machine has to learn. So you can see how they train the model. I would say training the model is the toughest one because you need to put all the possibilities and you need to label them together so you can see like how they train different things and trying to label each stuff. Okay, so this is Coco, and YOLOv8 is using Coco. So if you see ImageNet, that they also use ImageNet and also utilize Coco. So you can see like it has tons of different labels. So today, it's using YOLOv8. We are going to use YOLOv8, and there's a really amazing source called YOLOv8, and I'm going to dive into what's YOLOv8. YOLOv8, there's a website called XReality. It has an amazing resource, and you can definitely watch the video if you are more video-based learner. That might be easier for you. But if you like to read the documentation, you can see the history of YOLO. YOLO is you only look once or you only live once, right? Like a cool kids types of abbreviation for this model. This model starts like a 2016 and start evolving to version 8. And it can do a detection, segment, post, estimation. So for example, if you fall off the ground, it can also detect. So for example, like it knows all your pose and what you are going to do. And same as I would say for Facebook. Facebook recently is training some large language model according to the behavior. So I don't really know what's going on with that project, but I would say that this is probably very similar because human has a certain behavior. And if we can kind of detect those behaviors, that would be really, I would say, useful for the real world implementation. So, yeah, we will use YOLO to do things. So on this website, if you want to use Python, PyTorch, and then later on export to Onyx, feel free to follow this XReality website, and this site I will also post on Patreon. So today, I was fortunate to find this site because before I was follow solely on this and trying to turn it to Onyx, and also trying the difference between video detection and single image detection is that video detection, it has much more complex. For example, Unity need to understand each layers because it's live streaming. So it's harder for Unity to do it. But fortunately, we got somebody to do it for us. So what we need to do, yeah. So you can use command line to import the entire model. So file versions, right? You can go to files and versions, and you can click using in. Use in Unity Sentis, right? You go here and you copy the entire thing, right? And you can totally get the entire file, or you wanna kind of like download everything, you can do that. So inside this file, what you see will be, okay, you will get README. README is pretty much like this, and this is a very good explanation. Okay, so let's go back to the file called README. and you will get a C# code. This I will share with you. This one is all the labels inside this model. So you can get bird, cat, dog. It means that if in this category or in this label, if your video or what you are going to detect has lows, it will have highly success because they train the model very hard using thousands of images to train those. It has very likely to get those results. So you can kind of dive into that. Okay, so you can kind of import it. And the way to import it, I will share with you in a second. So yeah, just use this one. Okay, so how to import this? What you can do is download everything and then put inside this, right? Or what you can do is go to assets, right click, and then show in Explorer, right? So you can use command line, right? I mean, I've already imported, so I don't really need to import. So this is the command. You go here and you type. Yeah, you use command line. Yeah, okay, so anyway, you use command line. Yeah, you use command line and install this one. Install this. Okay, so install this. Come on. Yeah, you copy this. You use command line and copy this one. Okay, let's see, maybe command line. Oh, or you can just go in command line. You pretty much use command line and and clone this, or you wanna download everything and import into Unity. That's no problem because in here it has, or you can download it one by one and make a folder and drag into your Unity. That might be easier. Yeah. So yeah, my command line is not showing today. So sec. Okay, but you know what to do. So pretty much you download it and you get into, you kind of insert everything into here and make a folder. Okay, so you will get this. So you will get scene script. Let's see how it is here. So this will be the stuff that you import, but you need to create your bounding box. Bounding box is very easy to create. What you need to do is you use Figma to create a square, and you use kind of like a, you go to your design tools, you just create a box and you export it as PNG, and then you slot in and you use sprite. And also remember to make a sprite mode single, and you need to download the 2D sprite editor, because if you just create a new one, you won't have it. And once you do it, you probably need to work on this. I think for this, sec. This one. Oh, you probably cannot see my screen. It's popped to another close tab. But I would say that you probably need to slice it so it can grow. So if you want to see this, it has create your own bounding box. Go here. So what you will need to do is to go to your bounding box, and you need to slide it so it can grow vertically and it can grow horizontally. So this is the way that you do bounding box. So the bounding box, I would say it's very interesting, and it didn't provide you bounding box. You have to do it on your own. So yeah, but I will put all the asset working today to the Patreon for the membership. Okay, so if you see preview, you can see that those, and I've already created a bounding box. Yeah, so this is kind of the way, and also it didn't provide you the video, so you have to download video on your own. So the way that I do it is I do free. So I go to free video download, and I go to pixels, and I type giraffe. Maybe I need to type giraffes. You can get the videos from here, so you can go here and download it. Okay, so you go to this and download the video, and I also finished downloading for you. Okay, so bounding box you need to create on your own, and also video you need to download on your own. Then let's dive into today's session. Okay, first let's see how the entire code works. Remember when we get into the entire and download all the kind of model or all the code, you will see you have README, you have from YOLOv8 CS, you have classes, text, you have a preview image, but this preview image is not really running anything. It relies on your video. Onyx, this is great. They've already export the brain for you. Sentis is very important because without this, it highly depends on the kind of translation from Onyx and using Sentis, Unity Sentis to translate. So this entire package pretty much help you to do all the hard work that you have to translate video model using Python, PyTorch, and translate into C# and Unity language. Okay, when you open Run YOLOv8, you will see, you will see like it has already putting everything for you. It has Unity Sentis already put in. If you don't know how to import Unity Sentis, our previous video has some explanation. So basically you go to Package Manager and click this one plus and install package by name, com.unity. They hide it very well because you couldn't find the normal path. You have to do this Sentis. Okay, so you click it. Yeah, so it's a pre-release one, so you need to go here and then make sure project setting, go to project setting, and then you check pre-release to be seen. So they hide it very well, and it has a lot of different steps for you to let the Sentis show. So when you go here, I've already installed. So yeah, I don't remove it. So you can do it, or you can check the samples. So you can do add custom layers. Each layers means that it's training. It has different threshold and reshape different data. So you can add your own if you know how to code it, right? So there are different interesting way of combination for this Sentis. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so we can totally follow the entire way. So create a new scene in Unity 2023. Okay, so if you use the old version of Unity, it might be too old. Time to upgrade your Unity. And I know that Unity has a lot of beta version on 2023. So you can use something that is not beta. Or if you want to do beta, it's all good. So I use 2023.2.6 F1 for this one. Install com.unity sentis version 1.3.0 pre 0.34 from this package manager, which we've already covered. Add a C# script to the main camera. Okay, so it's pretty easy. So this is the entire folder, and this folder is the one that I created. I would say it's like additional, you need to create your own. Okay, so you go to main camera, right? It's imagine this is an empty object. So you go to main camera, right? And you slot into run YOLOv8, right? You slot in, and it will has label assets, display image, box texture, font. Font, I just use the default one. Yeah, I didn't use a fancy one, or you can download your own. And you can see all the threshold. It just means that do you want this to be strict about things, or you want to be loose, which means your probability might be a little low or might be a little bit high. So it all depends on you. So you go here, and then you need to create a canvas. Left click and create canvas, and create a raw image, and the result will be canvas raw image. Go to raw image, right? And you download all the free videos online, and then you go here. You add a video player, because without this, you might not be able to run your video. So go here, and then video clips, drag. Yeah, I kind of put everything here. So you drag the video texture, because in order for a video to run on a raw image, you need a video texture, you need a material. I mean, it's not really necessary, but you have to have a video texture, so it can run on a normal texture. So you go to raw image, you add a video player, add component video player. Yeah, you add it, and resource, instead of URL, you use video clip. Because it is video clip, and you can slot this giraffes inside. And then I kind of make it loop, so I don't need to, restart every time. And then video texture, you can just, create this video texture, right? You right click, and you create a video texture. Yeah, you can slot in here, and also raw image, you can slot into raw image. Okay, so this is about how to set up, and also you go to main camera. Label assets, you need to put the classes in. Display image, it's the raw image. So this is the one that we just create. Just drag and drop raw image in. Box texture, you go to the one you just create using Figma, and font, you can select a default font. Okay, so this is how how to use the original kind of the assets already on Hugging Face. So if you want to dive into the code, you can see use UI, use video, Sentis, and also use Sentis layers. You will kind of translate from PyTorch and kind of like doing more additional layers to help recognize it. So if you see,
And Dominique,
hey,
if we're new to coding,
oh,
what's the way to start?
if you are new to coding, I have a YouTube channel that I created like 5 years ago. You can go to
Yeah.
XReality. I think I have some C# classes.
So what
Pretty,
are the languages I should learn?
oh, C#, C#.
C#. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, go online. There are a lot of free stuff online. I would say right now, all the knowledge, some of it, if you see, is paid, meaning it was being condensed very well. But pretty
Yeah.
much all the stuff is free online. So if you
Oh,
go
brilliant.
to Extrality, I think like 2 years ago, I create like a couple of courses. You can definitely dive in. And I can tell you those is also like I learned something and I share. So it's
Yeah.
also the kind of like the process that I learn and I grow. So
Perfect. Yeah.
so you can see like I have a couple of it. So you can dive in, or I would say C#. C#.
And I don't know everything yet. I'm my very a noob at the moment.
It's
But
fine. I can tell you I learned Python, PyTorch 1 month ago.
oh wow.
Can you-
I did a bit of
Yes.
Python at university, but ages ago.
Huh.
So I did a bit of Python.
Yeah. I mean you can learn anything anytime anywhere. So
Yeah, true.
it doesn't have to be, a certain traditional way. So you
Yeah.
can see there are a lot of courses, Coursera and also Microsoft, right? You can definitely go here and start learning. And since you have Python knowledge, you can definitely do it. And I can tell
Mm,
you that I am also learning. So I think it's great. And you can just, unlearn, relearn very fast. And I believe you will catch up.
yeah.
So yeah, so
Thank
you
you.
can, yeah, no worries. I can tell you that 1 month ago, I probably don't even know what's Sentis, but I just keep make myself very uncomfortable. Just look at the Hugging Face. I mean, at the
Yeah.
beginning, I can tell you 2 months ago, I didn't even know what Hugging Face is. Probably somebody
Yeah.
mentioned, but I haven't really done anything. But I think this Skillshare also helps me to force myself to learn something new, because every week I have to show something.
Yes.
So this is
Yes.
like a great. So I would say at the beginning, I don't even really know what's command line is or what's other stuff. So I mean, it's great. You can just show up and just immerse yourself. It's like learning a new language, like learning French, learning Chinese, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you jump in, you don't really know what's going on, and people just keep talking and keep giving you some information, and slowly you will know what's going on. So that's how I
Perfect.
learn. I learn things like a hackathon way. Hackathon way means that you know nothing before you even jump into a project. And
Yes.
when
Yes.
you start cracking down different things, you learn as you go. And it's
Yeah.
project based, you have a goal. So I do recommend people to learn things like, oh, I wanna, for example, like you give yourself a topic, right? Like, oh, I wanna learn, I wanna I have a thoughts about like I wanna see through the world and there's some labels around it, or some interesting way of interpretation, right? You
Mm.
have like some, or you sometimes I see my LinkedIn and I saw a lot of interesting scenarios, and I was like, oh, I want to do this and that, I want to combine, and I have a thought, and I start Google around some keywords, and something will start showing up. And I would
Yeah.
say Google search is still very complicated. It means that whatever you see on the first day, second day, is pretty much you are living in the fog. You search
Mm.
a lot and you cannot find the exact information you are looking for. But when times goes by, when you kind of fill out the thing, for example, Sentis or YOLO8, right? Those keywords will start coming back, and you start understand what's going on right now, right?
Yeah.
And the more you get, you look at that, you get familiar with it, and you didn't even know you know it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just learn it like a baby, like an immersive learning.
Yes.
So that's how I learn. I'm not like a jumping in and already know everything, but I just I would say every time I have a goal and I start kind of like a Google search and got a lot of failures, because I mean, when you see me presenting to you, it's the successful scenario. But
Yeah.
before, I can tell you, I even used this and trying to export to Onyx and trying to get into Unity, and it was not working. So I didn't show you the not working part, but I showed you the
Yes,
working part.
for sure.
So this one was I found last night, and this was a savior because I was even thinking about, should I just show the PyTorch part without showing the Unity? But this one is kind of saving me. So make my
Awesome.
tutorial. Yeah. So sometimes is the research. You just
Yes.
search, and there's, I would say, whatever you come up an idea, someone else already think of it. There's no fresh idea. So pretty much, I would say probably the combination or different target audience might be different, but pretty much you can find things online, and you just have to dive in and get. So yeah, so
Yeah.
this model is like this, and you use this one, right? You need to remember, you need to name your kind of this called giraffe, and you need to create I would say a folder called stream assets, and you need to put the exact name under it. So you need to duplicate your video player, one here on the video player inside Sentis or whatever you want to do, and another one create a folder, because it follows the name. If you scroll down, yeah, that's you see, not this one. It follows the name convention. So you have to make sure. Oh, here, video URL, application stream assets.path, video name. So your video name need to be right. And also you need to have stream assets. So you need to create a folder called stream assets here and insert the exact name so it can post production or put the box in. So remember to name your thing here. So if you go here, yeah, you will see. Yeah, it's like it at the beginning it detect it's a cow or horse, right? Because according to training or according to different angles, it might recognize different things, but it's trying to understand what's this thing. But giraffe is very distinct, so it will understand giraffe. Okay, if you want to see different scenarios, I can quickly kind of change something. Giraffe, if you want to change to some other different, for example, human. I download another one called human. Human, you need to kind of go to here because there's a naming convention. So you need to, yeah, I mean, all those part maybe later on when I understand what's going on with the code of model, different layers of layers, maybe I can share, but now I can tell you, we just use it. Okay, so human. Okay, save it. Okay, you see it's start rotating. And by the way, today we have speaker event, so I would say that that's just, we just have to leave. Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, okay, kind of 10 minutes. Okay, so you see like there's a, yeah, so all you need to do is swap kind of assets, right? So you click human. Human is the video that I kind of like download from the free assets. So this video, originally is this video, right? But because you kind of put the I would say the YOLOv8 in, and you can just, you know, and change the name of it because it has the naming convention. Just run it and you will recognize the person. Imagine it's a security job, or it's a, you know, I would say this can be doing for security camera, or, you know, object recognition. It can do a lot of different things. For example, China might have these types of things applied to their security camera or something. So I think
This
this
is
is
so cool. Wow.
this is very cool. Yeah, all you need to,
Powerful stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and you can definitely, you know, put like a penguin. Before I put penguin, but I think on the classify, the labels, the label text doesn't have penguin, so I can share with you the failure one.
Yeah, that's okay.
PNG. See how to spell this penguin. Okay. All you need to do is go here and change to penguin, right? PEN. Okay, save. Okay, save. Okay, so it recognizes penguin as bird. So if the model doesn't have that memory, it will translate something wrong. So, oh, person. Okay, it's like a person and bird. So imagine if you have a person and bird combined, that's penguin. So this is the failure kind of detection, but it's kind of interesting if your object is not inside their large language model, the training process, it will detect something wrong. So I didn't show this, but it's just like before I try different videos and just share with you. So you know that for me, this Skillshare is pretty much share what I learned. And I can tell you slowly, we will learn more and more. Yeah, and I would say last month, we just start with Sentis, but now we can use Sentis and do some interesting AI model. And if you are interested in watching, you can go to Patreon. I think I put all the source code.
I joined on your website. I don't know if I need to switch to the Patreon.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, we will slowly migrate all those to, I would say, all the Patreons kind of like assets to our website. So I mean, so far we will do both. But so far we have Patreon. So if you're interested, feel free. I would say maybe I would say all our migration will be done probably in about 1 to 2 weeks. So maybe you can just wait a little bit. And for this one, I mean, I can send you the entire kind of like the coding stuff
That'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, you can just open it and you can try it. Just follow the instruction. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Cool, cool. Yeah. Any other questions? We might need to leave pretty soon. Any other last questions, Peter? Structure, program training deep.
No, all good. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, we got a lot of interesting comments. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. And I will see you next week. Next week, I think we will have another guest. So